It's time for the Pub Songs Podcast, Celtic and geek music and news from Marc Gunn, the Celt Father, reimagining pub life at pubsong.net. Grab a pint, slancha.
I'll tell about it underneath the party tree. Let's have fun, come dance with me. If she won't dance, our last day's evil. Skip till the sun comes up over the trees. Jump up and down, let your teeth gleam. Shout your love now, 1, 2, 3. Sing a song down on one knee. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The moon looks down on a hungry cheer. Let's raid old Mungo's mushroom fields if we lose our way. The starry sky will chase young Cunny to the broad daylight. Jump up and down, let your teeth gleam. Shout your love now, 1, 2, 3. Sing a song down on one knee. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. We'll laugh and we'll eat our honey cakes as we roll in the grass down by the lake. The swan calls out, go home my friend, to the party tree we'll start again. Jump up and down, let your teeth gleam. Shout your love now, 1, 2, 3. Sing a song down on one knee. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. Jump up and down, let your teeth gleam. Shout your love now, 1, 2, 3. Sing a song down on one knee. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. I'll tell Bella underneath the party tree. Let's have fun, come dance with me. If she won't dance, our last day's evil. Skip till the sun comes up over the trees. Jump up and down, let your teeth gleam. Shout your love now, 1, 2, 3. Sing a song down on one knee. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. Jump up and down, let your teeth gleam. Shout your love now, 1, 2, 3. Sing a song down on one knee. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. The prettiest hobbit you've ever seen. She's the prettiest hobbit you've ever seen.
Welcome to the Pub Songs Podcast. My name is Marc Gunn. I am your host, and that was The Prettiest Hobbit. It's from the new CD by my band Kilted Kings. We are releasing an album called Name on My Soul on February 2nd, and I've got some music to share from that, plus lots more. We're going to continue on with the Rogues. This is Pipe Major Domo. The Rogues features Randy Watke, my bandmate, with Kilted Kings on drums.
Sean O'Farrell, tell me why you hurry so. Hush your buckle, hush and listen, and his cheeks were all aglow. I bear orders from the captain, get thee ready quick and soon. For the pikes must be together by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. Yes, the pikes must be together by the rising of the moon. Then come tell me, Sean O'Farrell, where the gathering is to be. In the old spot by the river, quite well known to you and me. One more word for signal token, whistle up the marching tune. With a pike upon your shoulder by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. With your pike upon your shoulder by the rising of the moon. Out from many a mud wall cabin, eyes were watching through the night. Many a manly heart was beating for that blessed warning light. Murmurs ran along the valley like the banshee's lonely croon. And 1,000 pikes were flashing by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. And 1,000 pikes were flashing by the rising of the moon. All along that singing river, that black mass of men were seen. High above their shining weapons shone our own beloved green. Death to every foe and traitor, whistle out the marching tune. And her army boys for freedom by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. And her army boys for freedom by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. And her army boys for freedom by the rising of the moon.
Town. When the green flag went up and the crown flag came down, 'twas the neatest and sweetest thing ever you saw. And they played that great game they called Erin go Bragh. God bless gallant Pierce and his comrades who died. Tom Clark, MacDonough, McDermott, McBride. And here's to James Conley who gave one hurrah and faced the machine guns for Erin go Bragh. Our leaders was down at Ring's End for the honor of Ireland to uphold and defend. He had no veteran soldiers but volunteers raw, playing sweet Mauser music for Erin go Bragh. Kent and his comrades like lions at bay. From the South Dublin Union pour death and dismay. But what was their outcome the invaders then saw? All the dead khaki soldiers are Erin go Bragh. and he died of lead poison on Erin go Bragh. All glory to Dublin, to her to renown. In the long generations her fame will go down, and the children will tell how their forefathers saw the red place of freedom or Erin go Bragh.
After the Rogues was Rising of the Moon by Marc Gunn from my album Not Every Day is St. Patrick's Day. Then came Wild Colonial Bhoys with Erin go Bragh from their brand new album Century. Before we continue on, I want to let you know that on Saturday, January 21st, I have a concert in Huntsville, Alabama. It's at the Maggie McGinnis Pub, which is basically a house concert put on by the Irish Society of Northern Alabama. So go check that out if you want to see a fun show. We're going to continue on with the Mower from my album Kilted for Her Pleasure.
I went out one morning on the 14th of July. I met a maid and I asked her age, and she gave me this reply. I have a little medal I kept for you in store, and it's only due, I should tell you true, it never was mowed before. Hi-da-la-dum, ba-da-la-dum, never was mowed before. She said, me handsome young man, if for more that you be, I'll give you good employment, so come along with me. Well, it was me good employment to wander up and down, with my tearing scythe all to contrive to mow her meadow down. Hi-da-la-dum, ba-da-la-dum, to mow her meadow down. Now my courage being undaunted, I stepped out on the ground, and with my tearing scythe I then did strive to mow her meadow down. I mowed from 9 till dinner time, it was far beyond my skill. I was obliged to yield and to quit the field, and the grass was growing still. Hi-da-la-dum, ba-da-la-dum, the grass was growing still. And the mower she kissed and did protest, this fair maid being so young. Her little eyes, they glitter like to the rising sun. She said, I'll strive to sharpen your scythe, so set it in me hand, and then perhaps you'll return again to mow me meadowland. Hi-da-la-dum, ba-da-la-dum, to mow me meadowland. Hi-da-la-dum, ba-da-la-dum, to mow me meadowland.
He stumbles home and on the way he sees a terrible sight. For in front of him grim death appears, all in his pitch black cloak. Death checks his list and sees that this is the bloke. Ah, you're the one I want, you're the one I came to see. You're on me list to die this night, so please come forward. I've a wife at home and family that surely rely on me. If you don't mind, I'm heading home, my wife is waiting there. I've stayed at the pub too long and haven't a minute to spare. Death, he smiles and laughs and says that's not the way it works. Your time is up, young Irishman, my duty I'll not shirk. Death, I've heard it said, this is not always the case. The times in the past, you've given up the chase. A challenge I make to you this night's a fair one, I think. Though drunk am I says to you, I'll beat you at the drink. Death laughs at him and says, I'll tell you of me plan. I've never lost a contest yet, you're on, young Irishman. Back to the pub they go and there they start the test. They're drinking one by one and giving it their best. Pint after pint and shot after shot, such drinking I've never seen. Deep into the night they go, drinking amounts obscene. Paddy says, son to death, let's have one more cask. Death passes out, he wasn't up to the task. At last grim Death awakes and sees that he is lost. He says unto Paddy, tomorrow I'll pay the cost. You've won your life, I've lost a bet, and you're now free to go. So go on home to your wife and tell her of our show. Oh, hell, he says, your man, I completely forgot. Me wife is home waiting there, if I'm lucky I won't be shot. He heads on to his wife, wondering what tale to tell. He decides to tell the truth of how he almost went to hell. He gets home and tells his tale to his incredulous wife. She says to him, don't tell me lies, don't make up this strife. You're on the couch tonight, me boy, you've continued your streak. Just come home late, one more time, you'll be there for a week.
There was a handsome farmer's son, the cow was in his keep. He walked out on a summer day to feed the cows and sheep. He looked high, he looked low, he cast an underlook, and there he saw a pretty maid beside the gentle brook. Blow away the morning dew when dawn is on the glow. Blow away the morning dew, how sweet the winds do blow. Cast over me my mantle fair and pin it on my gown, and if you will take hold my hand and I will be your own. If you come to my father's house with its wall all around, you shall have a kiss from me and 20,000 pounds. Blow away the morning dew when dawn is on the glow. Blow away the morning dew, how sweet the winds do blow. White steed and she upon a black, and to her father's house she took the lad back. As they were riding on along, they saw some books of hay. Oh, is this not a pretty place for girls and boys to play? Blow away the morning dew when dawn is on aglow. Blow away the morning dew, how sweet the winds do blow. father's gates, and nimble she went in, and said, there is a fool without, and here's a maid within. A flower in our garden grows, we call it marigold, and if you will take hold my hand, and I will be your road. Blow away the morning dew, when dawn is all aglow. Blow away the morning dew, how sweet the winds do blow.
Of a restless mind being taken by surprise, running hard but I fall behind like some kind of nightmare, so surreal in a waking dream, in distress or in disguise, sewn together like a broken seam, ready to go anywhere. And it's cold as an empty tomb, and I'm locked down, hiding inside of my room. If this is some kind of nightmare, then I assume that I'll wake up soon. Wake me up soon. Voices heard on the empty air, whispering intrusive thoughts. I turn around, but there's no one there. Someone shut me up. I would sleep right through the day if it would help untie these knots. In my dreams, I'm far away, but never far enough. And it's cold as an empty tomb, and I'm locked down, hiding inside of my room. If this is some kind of nightmare, then I assume that I'll wake up soon.
When you arrive and it's empty inside, you open your eyes and watch me fall, and I know we'll burn like a star.
Starting now, I'll take my time, find myself some peace of mind, kill the lights and pull the blinds, and hide out for a while. And it's cold as an empty tomb, and I'm locked down, hiding inside of my room. Give me some kind of reason or some kind of proof. I've been waiting so long, and it's long overdue. If this is some kind of nightmare, then I assume that I'll wake up soon. Wake me
my longtime friend Matt Hughes, who also helped write Pan Galactic Garga Blaster. He has a new album out. It's called Soul of the Common Man, and that was a deal with Grimm. Then came Crepuscule with Blow Away the Morning Dew from Horizon. And finally, House of Hamill. They have a brand new album. It's called Nightmare. It's from their album Wide Awake. If you enjoy this show, then please share it. I want to spread the word mostly about the Kilted Kings' new album, and this is one of the good ways of doing that, trying to provide lots of fun music to do that. So share this episode of the Pub Songs Podcast with your friends, and let's help spread the word. February 2nd, I look forward to sharing another show with you in a couple weeks. Meantime, we're going to finish up with Old Dun Cow. It's from my album, Not Every Day is St. Patrick's Day. I'll talk to you later. Sláinte.
Some friends and I in a public house were playing a game of chance one night. Went into the pub, a fireman ran, his face all chalky white. What's up, says Brown? Have you seen a ghost? Have you seen your Aunt Mariah? Me Aunt Mariah be buggers as he the bleeding pub's on fire. And there was Brown upside down, lapping the whiskey on the floor. And Bhoys, Bhoys, the fireman cried as they came knocking at the door. Well, don't let him in till it's all drunk up. Somebody shouted McIntyre. And we all got blue blood paralytic drunk when the old Dun Cow caught fire. Oh well, says Brown, what a bit of luck. Everybody follow me. It's down to the south, the fire's not there. We'll have a grand old spree. So we went down to the good old Brown, the booze we could not miss. And we had been there 10 minutes or so till we were all quite pissed. And there was Brown upside down, lapping the whiskey at the floor. And Bhoys, Bhoys, the fireman cried as they came knocking at the door. Well, don't let him in till it's all drunk up. Somebody shouted McIntyre. McIntyre! And we all got blue blood paralytic drunk when the old Dun Cow caught fire. Then Smith walked over to the port wine tub, gave it a few hard knocks. Started taking off his pantaloons, likewise his shoes and socks. Oh no, says Brown, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that around here. Go wash your trousers in the port wine tub when we've got Miller Lite beer. Ugh. And there was Brown, upside down, lapping a little whiskey at the floor. And Bhoys, Bhoys, the fireman cried as they came knocking at the door. Well, don't let him in till it's all drunk up. Somebody shouted McIntyre. McIntyre! And we all got blue blood paralytic drunk when the old Dun Cow caught fire. Then there came through the old back door the vicar of the local church. And when he saw our drunken ways, he began to scream and curse. Oh, you drunken sod, you heathen clods, you taking no drunken spray. And I drank of all the Benedictine wine, and he didn't save a drop for me. And there was Brown upside down, lapping a little whiskey at the floor. And Bhoys, Bhoys, the fireman cried as they came knocking at the door. Well, don't let him in till it's all drunk up. Somebody shouted McIntyre. McIntyre! And we all got blue by paralytic drunk when the old Dun Cow caught fire. Then there came an awful crash at the bloody roof gateway. We was almost drowned the fireman's hose, but still we was gonna stay. So we got some tacks and some old wet sex, nailed ourselves inside, and started drinking the finest rum till we was bleary-eyed. But why is the rum gone? And there was Brown upside down, lapping a little whiskey to the floor. And Bhoys, Bhoys, the fireman cried as they came knocking at the door. Well, don't let him in till it's all drunk up. Somebody shouted McIntyre. McIntyre! And we all got blue by paralytic drunk when the old Dun Cow caught fire. Later that night when the fire was out, we came up from the cellar below. Our pub was burned, our booze was drunk, our heads was hanging low. Oh, look, says Brown with a look quite queer. Seems something raised his ire. Now we gotta get down to Murphy's pub, it closes on the hour. And there was Brown, he was upside down, lapping a little whiskey on the floor. And Bhoys, Bhoys, the fireman cried as they came knocking at the door. Well, don't let him in till it's all drunk up. Somebody shouted McIntyre. McIntyre! And we all got blue by paralytic drunk when the old Dun Cow caught fire. And there was Brown, he was upside down, lapping a little whiskey on the floor. And Bhoys, Bhoys, the fireman cried as they came knocking at the door. Well, don't let him in till it's all drunk up. Somebody shouted McIntyre. McIntyre! And we all got blue blind paralytic pissed when the old Dun Cow caught fire.
The Pub Pub Songs podcast is produced by Marc Gunn. If you enjoyed this episode, then please support the musicians who support this podcast. Buy their CDs, then share the show. Special thanks to all of my gun runners on Patreon. They pledge $1 or more per month to support my music. As a patron, you'll get free music downloads, early versions of songs and lyrics, behind-the-scenes podcasts, and a first look at new videos. Find details at markgunn.net. Finally, how would you like 5 of my most popular MP3s plus weekly updates of what's new? Sign up at pubsong.net.